have just seen me on my walk listening to the audiobook of ACOMAF. I cannot believe I'm out in public right now. I kept feeling like, oh my god, I hope my AirPods are working and I'm not just like listening to this on speaker. You know how you keep checking if you're on mute or not on Zoom because you're so paranoid about I was like, I really hope my AirPods are actually working and I'm not imagining that, because where am I? Where was that happening so I can tell the people who know what I'm talking about? It was right before part 3, chapter 48. Chapter 48, and I know that there's I've seen TikToks of people like telling my boyfriend to read chapter 55. So when I get to chapter 55, I will let you know. I'm gonna record, I'm in like the last 100 pages of this book, and I think I'm just gonna sit here and record myself reading them, because I have heard that any last 100 pages of her books are crazy. So I really wanna just read as much as I can today, see if I can finish this. But then if I finish it, then I only have like 3 more books. Like 1 more book in Farah's perspective. Like, I like this series, but I'm not like super obsessed with it, but I'm also like, I don't want the world to end for me. Like, I am too excited about it and I like want to stay in it, so I don't want it to be over too soon. Does that make sense? I don't want to rush through this process, which I'm not. I am taking my sweet time, but why is she so mad? Why? What is it that you want, Farah? What is it that you want, Farah? Oh, this is, okay. Out of context quote. If you don't want spoilers, just skip ahead a few seconds. I can't even say it out loud. When you lick me, I wanna be alone, far away from everyone, because when you lick me, Farah, I'm gonna let myself roar loud enough to break down a mountain. Oh my god. And when I lick you, I want you splayed out on a table like my own personal feast. I've had a long, long time to think about how and where I want to. Okay. Just had to revisit that part. I have to focus on this for the rest of the day. I should know. I can't. No. Okay, I'm at chapter 54. Okay. Why is my heart like... Okay, and then I learned your name. Hearing you say it was like an answer to a question I've been asking for 500 years. Chapter 55, baby, let's go, baby. Chapter 55. My virgin eyes. You ever read scenes like this and you're like, what is the author talking about? Like, you can't picture the limbs. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what I've recorded. I don't think it's much because I've been listening to it a lot, so there's not much to record of me listening to it. But I was gonna record myself reading the last 100 pages like I did with ACOMAF, because that's really when it gets most interesting and the reactions that everybody everybody in the world wants to see from me. And so things started to happen. It got really stressful, and I was like, okay, this is not the last 100 pages. It's the last 200 pages. And I literally, like, I was sitting right here, and I got up, went to the other room to get the camera before I read the rest of this chapter. I'm so nervous because I think I've seen a spoiler. And oh God. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. God, why am I crying? Why does that have to happen? It's not real, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. Not even done. I feel like something else is gonna happen. I'm already crying. More? More again? I'm crying, I'm flabbergasted, I'm shocked. I really like Cassian. Like, I'm really liking him. I don't know if I like him more than Reese. That's tough. I won't decide. I'll take them both. It's the next day. It is like 4 p.m. and it's so dark. The lighting is probably so terrible. I don't know, can you see me? I got to page 608 last night, which means I have less than 100 pages to go. Today's the day that Iron Flame is being released. I pre-ordered my book. It's still not here. It's so annoying. It's like almost 5 p.m. What are you doing? What are you doing? It says it's gonna be here by 10 p.m. I don't have that kind of time, but I figured it's probably for the best because I need to finish this. I also have Skittles with me. So I'm gonna sit and read. Okay, I finished ACOWAR last night. I didn't record the last like 30 pages because I was emotionally distraught. I couldn't get up and get the camera because it was just too much. It was emotional and I don't really have the right words yet. I think I need to like take time to process it, but I gave it a 4.5 stars. I can't decide if I want to actually give it a 4 stars because I think I liked ACOMAF just slightly more, the second book in the series. Just slightly more, and I gave this a 4.5, but this was still really good. It was just a little different. Like, I think in this one, the romance is more of the focus, and in this one, the war is more of the focus, so it kind of depends what you like. I liked both. I'm so glad that I finally read this series. I'm acting like it's over. It's not, but I've read the trilogy. This is the trilogy, and then the next book is a novella, and then the final book is about her sister Nesta. I will get to those, I think, after Throne of Glass, because I saw somebody talking about it's better to read those last 2 books in ACOTAR closer to when you read Crescent City. So that's my plan. That just feels right, because I don't want to burn out on this series and then not want to go into Throne of Glass. I want to still feel really excited and then go into Throne of Glass. But aren't they so, why are they so pretty? I mean, maybe it's just an iconic trio of colors. You see it everywhere, you know it, you love it. I just love the way that it looks. I'm so proud of myself for getting through 700 pages. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but I really enjoyed this book. I cried, I laughed, I felt everything. I was distraught, I was stressed out. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I still think the second one's my favorite, and this is my second favorite. But if you're thinking about reading this series, I recommend it. Give yourself the patience and the grace to just get through the first book just to get on to the second and third ones. I don't think the first book is all that great. Like if you just read that book and you're like, I don't get the hype, I totally get that because I didn't either. But I wanted to know what the last two books, the second two books, were about, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed these two. That's that. I'm now gonna go on to this freaking book. I'm gonna post my reading vlog about this. I read the first 2 pages last night. It's a lot, but I feel like I'm down for the ride of just being overwhelmed emotionally in 2 different fantasy worlds. It sounds like a great time to me. So I'm gonna move on to Iron Flame. I'm gonna be posting my reading vlog for this, so check it out. I really enjoyed ACOWAR and ACOMAF. It took me for a ride. I enjoyed that ride and I highly recommend this series. I never thought I would be saying that. Let me know what you think. If I should go on to Throne of Glass, save the last 2 books in this series for after Throne of Glass, or should I read the last 2 books in this series and then go to Throne of Glass? I'm so excited to start Throne of Glass. I kind of want to just start now. I'm curious what your thoughts are. It's a very big debate in this Sarah J. Maas universe. I'm so glad to be part of this universe. When I went to get this book, the girl who was checking me out at Barnes & Noble was like, I'm literally reading that right now. And we just like gabbed about it for like 5 minutes. And it's just, I love this community of fantasy readers. I don't know, like it's just, I'm new to it and I feel like everybody is so friendly and it's just like a community of people and we have so much to talk about if you read these types of books, and I really like being part of this little world right now. But let me know what you thought about all these books. I'm very curious to know. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always up to date on my next video, and I hope you feel so elevated, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!